Hello, my lovely people. Hope all is well on your end here. I haven't did this type of read in a very long time on this platform, probably like the last 2 years or so. And I tend to use these mediumship decks to connect them to loved ones very so often for people, for private reads, but I don't use it as much. But I did feel compelled for today to use this message here to see if there were any loved ones that may want to come through. I did a proper prayer just to see, for anybody's, high vibrational loved ones that could be trying to get to you and give you a message. And they know that you're on this platform viewing videos, that maybe when you see this video, it would compel you to say, hey, let me click play and listen. So, we're going to see what you need to know, okay? Take what's for your highest good here. There could be some things that come out in the cards that would give you the confirmations. And for a lot of you, you may even feel the presence of your loved ones being there, okay? So I just really feel like someone is maybe crying out for their loved ones. All you're asking is just to see their face, or you're wondering if they're proud of you, and if you, things of that sort. Maybe some of you have found feathers and dimes and nickels, and you're trying to really get this confirmation. Is it them? Maybe some of you are a little skeptical about that, but may this reading help you for your highest good. And I just want to say to all of you that has lost a loved one that was very special to you, my condolences to you. And it doesn't matter how long it may happen, it's always going to affect you in some type of way. But I want you to know they're always with you in heart, okay? Ashe, I mean for that, okay? Alrighty, so I hope after this video you can share it to anybody else that may have loved ones. Maybe the messages may come through for them. Please continue to hit the subscribe and bell button. It is always appreciated here. Give it a thumbs up. And if anybody is interested into me pulling anything out of this mediumship deck for your highest good, then email me about it, okay? Now, there was some names that was coming out, and I have to say this before I pull the cards here. So I'm hearing James, Etta May, like Etta May, Elise, Hank, Samantha had came out, okay, and something about Salvador, okay, and I kind of was seeing a what do you call that thing? Oh my God, it usually be on the pizza. I can't even get it, but it had not sardines either. Anchovies. Anchovies was showing up, the actual anchovy fish. So I don't know if someone's loved one used to go fishing and catch the anchovies or something like that, or it could be someone from Italian descent that I'm picking up as well too, because I'm also seeing the 4-leaf clover in my energy. So this can be someone's bloodline, because your ancestors could be coming in as well too. So these are some names. If some come out, I will just blurt out whatever I blurt out, and it may resonate. Okay. I'm seeing also a heavyset man that has like a big pot belly gut. He looks like he can be Caucasian. He has these kind of like protector sunglasses he wear, like they kind of protect for his eyes from the sun. He has kind of like sandy brownish hair, and he's sitting like on this deck. Maybe there's somewhere that you guys used to go camp out in the summertime. It looks like a pond, but you know how like you can sit on the deck and still, like, it's like he's sitting in a chair and he's fishing. Okay, so fishing seems to be really equivalent. And if a lot of you noticing that you're having dreams about fishes, that could also be an indicator that this is your loved one reaching out. Okay, because loved ones reach out in I don't want to say weird ways. They reach out in unique ways to get your attention, especially if it's really hard to get your attention. You get what I'm saying here? Because also too, when a lot of people hold on to grief and denial that someone is gone, or anger, or whatever you may feel, that makes it harder for the loved one to reach towards you. Even if some people, and it's okay if some of you are in my reading, listen to it. If some of you are like not really believing, like, oh, really, our loved ones really are here, they're really in the spiritual world, is really another town. But then at the same time, you've been very curious of it lately. That's ways that, look, as soon as I said that, look at the bottom of the deck. There's no such thing as death. That's what I'm picking at. So I feel like there's someone that crossed over that's kind of like trying to tell you that. It's probably a lot of them, but it's someone very close to your heart that maybe when they were here on Earth's plane, they probably was that type of person that they believed in everything. UFOs, they were spiritual, and maybe you weren't as spiritual. But, as of lately, you're starting to think, what if? So I feel like they're coming through with that, okay? Anything else, any high vibrational loved ones would like to tell collectives here for a message here? Maybe it's something you're trying to get out towards them. I was met by so many loving people. So, I feel like for some of you, this person that you cared about could have passed away alone. I want to say crossed over, but passed away first alone. Maybe you couldn't get to them. I'm seeing like traffic, maybe someone called and told you like maybe your parent or your loved one was passing and you didn't have a time to get to them in time because of traffic. And by the time you got there, unfortunately, they were gone, but they were not alone. Okay. They had a group of people. You see how there's a group of people in here. So, I feel like for some of you, you lost a lot of people in your life that you're very, very close to. It's like a list of people that's all together. Maybe some of you come from a big sibling of 10 or 8, and maybe you lost a lot of your siblings, but they weren't alone. I'm also hearing this message too that someone was kind of selfish and greedy a little bit. Maybe there was some kind of issue between you and this parent or this person, but it didn't mean that you didn't love them. You just didn't like the actions and things that they took. But mind you, when they went over to the other side, they had to live that. They had to understand that. They had to like review, because it's like the universe, spirit world over there plays a review tape of what you've done in this lifetime. So, just know that when they're on the other side, they're not that person, but they are acknowledging the things that they could have done that affected you, because I feel like someone is still holding animosity a little bit towards someone, because I'm hearing you could have did more. So that kind of could have been like your energy feeling like, this person could have did more for you in your life, but you still care about them. And if any of you have any type of animosity and anger towards a loved one, but you're still thinking about them, it's because they're trying to reach you so that they can like sing you very prophetic messages and dreams to show you like, I'm sorry, I'm changing for the better here. Okay. We also have here, it is not your fault. So there is someone here that is blaming themselves for the loss of someone. Again, I feel like this can be this person that didn't get a chance to reach you in time, reach your loved one in time here. I'm hearing something like a caretaker. So maybe you were caretaking for somebody and they could have passed away on your watch and you felt like it was your fault here. But it wasn't. Everybody's time, everybody has a time stamp of when they're going to go. And this person was aware of that, close to the end here. Okay. They don't want you to blame yourself. Like I said that I feel like somebody's holding guilt or something in. And for some of you, it could be that kind of thing you're holding in. Okay. I'm also picking up this energy that's for some of you with this person that crossed. It could have been that you wasn't in town. For some of you, you was overseas or you wasn't in town. Someone could have been locked up and they wasn't able to be there for the person. If this is not you, maybe this is a sibling or somebody close to you. Maybe you need to tell that message towards them and things like that. But they're telling you, listen, it's not your fault. Okay. But again, this is the message I'm also feeling about someone saying, please forgive me for my actions. So again, like when I said about someone's being selfish and greedy, like this person, remember there's different energies coming out, guys. So I'm just going to be switching the stories up. You got to just take what's yours. But I do feel that for some of you, there is it's like I'm hearing Paul. But there's someone in your life that you had a parent and maybe they were abusive, maybe they weren't the best parent. They were alcoholic. Maybe they abused your living parent or something. It could have been a spouse, but they're trying to tell you like, I'm really sorry. Like they're really on the other side, really paying off their karmics and understanding of why they did it. But I feel like you see that hand open. I feel like they need you to like accept the apology, because then they're going to start to show you like what they've been through. I'm not saying that they're not taking accountability. They are taking accountability, but they want to tell you that. Okay. Because I feel like somebody's angry still. Like, maybe your loved one visits you and you're probably like, why the hell is this person visiting me? What do you want? But it's more so it's like they're trying to communicate and tell you things. Okay. We also have another message here. I always give you a good night kiss. So, even this person that, you may feel animosity towards comes in at night. If it is someone that you're missing and you're caring for and you're longing for, they do come in at nighttime. It could be something they do. Maybe you notice at a certain time, at the same time every night, your radio comes on, your light twitches. Something happens that's really small, but it's them. Maybe certain times at night or day, you smell a certain smell that smells familiar, like a vanilla musk smell, a cinnamon smell, a pecan pie smell. It's something, okay? Maybe it's a certain song that comes on, but that is always an indicator that they're there. It's a lot of, love in here. Anything else for collectives here with their loved ones may want to tell them? You have the open platform here. Anything else? Yeah, see, it's that guilt again. Okay, yeah. Also, it's this energy. Someone's feeling very, very guilty here about this person going. It's like you feel like, I feel that it's someone that's like an older child here, or like I said, like maybe like you were caring for this person. I don't know. I just feel like that, like, and you felt like you could have did more. I'm also picking up another energy that there's someone who lost a spouse here. Maybe this is your wife you lost. I don't know. You lost a spouse. And you feel bad that you're falling in love with somebody else. And you're like, it's like they're saying like, my memory never erases. It's always in your heart. Because maybe I'm seeing cameras and pictures, and maybe you're feeling like, you know, you're feeling guilty about moving on from someone. Like this person might have passed a year or two ago or longer, and you found your other soulmate, but do know that this person sent that person to you. Like, you get what I'm saying? And they don't want you to feel guilty about falling in love. Okay, so that's going to be for somebody else too. So we have life is a series of choices. Choose love. Okay, I feel like for this message here, someone right now, like listen to this video, or it could be someone that's close to you. They're choosing anger to let out how they feel. This can be a sibling of yours, a child of yours, a parent of yours. It's like somebody's letting out anger, or it could even be you. And your loved ones is like, they don't want you to do that. And I'm hearing this message, I taught you better. So this is coming from someone else whose parent was a good parent that was based about love, and they don't want you to do the difference. And you know what I feel? For some of you with this message, there's something going on with an inheritance, and it's getting very messy from the other party. And you may feel like you want to lash out. Like, I'm being honest, you may feel like you want to literally physically fight and go to blows with this person. But this person's like, I raised you better than that. This is like an older woman talking. Like, I raised you better than that. Don't do that. Like, don't. It's like they're like one of those. Don't fight fire with fire, or you're gonna get burned harder. It's like that kind of vibe they're trying to say here. They don't want you to do that. They want you to. I hate that they kill them with kindness, but they want you to just be kind with it. Like, because what's rightfully yours will always come to you, but not that way that you're trying to go about it. I feel like somebody's really angry. It could be with current siblings or family. Maybe you heard the family gossiping about your loved one that you cared about, like saying bad things on their name, and you want to do something like crazy towards them. But, they're like, no, I raised you better than that. Don't do that. We don't operate like that. What's done in the dark comes out to the light, okay? And last message here is, it was my time to go, and I feel healthy and happy. So again, if you lost someone, unexpectedly, maybe you didn't even know they were, I'm hearing silent killer. So it could have been a heart attack, an aneurysm. You didn't even expect this to happen. I feel like one day you were talking to them on a phone, and literally the next day or 2 days later, they were gone. Like you felt like you didn't have no indicator. And I do feel like for some of you, you may have always had a faith, like a spiritual faith and belief in God, or just a spiritual belief. But I feel like because of that, it made your belief system like, no, I don't know if I believe it, because why would you take them from me in my vulnerable time? And they're trying to explain to you, like, listen, it was my time, and I wasn't happy. I didn't feel good. I was drained, and it was time for me to go back to my home. It's like they're trying to tell you that, but they're like, listen, it was my time to go. I feel like some of you may feel like you want to go by the beach. The beach could be very therapeutic. Maybe your loved one loved the beach. Maybe your loved one loved mountain climbing. I'm picking up Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I have to say a zodiac sign towards it, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces vibe about it. And the last message, I'm going to say this because this is what I said in the beginning, when I feel like someone is like kind of skeptical a little bit, or maybe you lost faith and belief because of someone you lost. But it says, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. So the puzzles, I feel, is getting put together about life. Like, you're starting to understand life and death. What's the real cause of it? Like, is it really life and death, or is it just continuation somewhere else? Like, I feel like you're getting deep. I feel like you're researching here. And if you are researching, allow yourself to research, because you're loved one is pushing you to do that. I feel like some of you have loved ones that was a teacher or professor, someone very highly educated, or even if they didn't go to college, they were still very smart. They were book smart, they were street smart, they were very, very educated. They downloaded, very, very gifted here. But they're going to help you put the pieces to everything together. And they're also trying to help you to put the pieces together to your life as well too, okay? So I really, really hope that any of these messages that came out, a little piece of it or all of it, could resonate towards you. And before I end it, do know that you have that power that you can connect to your loved ones. Don't feel that you have to go to a medium. I mean, going to a medium is beautiful, you know, because you can get more communication. I'm not saying that, but you can always start within first to connect to your loved one first, you know. You can start within. Hey, you can buy you a mediumship deck, guys. Clean it, pray over it, and connect, you know. But of course, mediums is pretty dope. It's cool, but you can always start within because these messages coming out are telling me that they are definitely communicating with you. And all you need to do is to sit there and talk. They hear you. And if any of you are holding any pain, let it out. Say how you feel. They hear you. They want you to do that. Write it out. Write a letter. You know, maybe some of you need to go to the shore or something and put it in one of those wish bottles and just let it go. You know what I mean? Or a kite, tied up to a kite. Well, I don't know where you're at in the weather. Maybe you got good wind, but release it. You know, do some type of powerful release intentions. But I do feel you need to let that out of any pain you're feeling, any anger, any guilt, anything. You know, they want you to let that go because it is affecting you with the rest of your life, and it's definitely affecting you with communicating with them. Okay, keeping you all in my prayers, my beautiful souls here, and love you all. See you next time. Bye for now.